this eye zoom transition, we're going to start by pulling in our clip. Make sure it's a clip that you're pretty central in the frame. You're not too far away. It's just going to make it a lot easier to do that transition. So for this clip, I also added a little bit of a pre-zoom. First portion of the clip, I set my keyframe, and then I will go forward until that second portion, and I will zoom in, and then it will automatically create that keyframe for me. It's not required, but I just thought it made it look a little bit better. Okay, so the next thing I did here is I found the portion of the clip where I wanted the zoom in to start. I chose a couple frames after that zoom ended, and then what I did is I right clicked on the clip and I selected change speed, and then I clicked freeze frame. This is essentially just going to freeze the right side of the clip that you clicked freeze frame on and make it so it's stagnant. It doesn't move like a video anymore, it's more of a picture. Okay, then I just adjusted how long I want each of these portions to be. And once I found that right position, I clicked and dragged over both clips, right clicked, and create a new fusion clip. Okay, so now we have this cohesive clip of the pre-zoom in, and then it becomes this freeze frame and you're just still in the video. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the frame that we want to go into the fusion page with and start this eye zoom through. Once you find that frame, you're going to go down into the bottom of Davinci and click that little wizard wand, and then you're going to go into the fusion. First thing you're going to add is a chroma keyer node. So to do that, you just push shift space on your keyboard and a bunch of options will pop up, and then you just search in chroma keyer. Now with this chroma keyer node selected, we're going to go in and add a polygon node. Now what I did here is I just zoomed in a little bit so I can better see my eye and create this mask with the polygon. So now what I'm doing is I'm literally just tracing around my eye one click at a time. Take your time with this. I'm just trying to cut out that outline of my eye. And I'll click back into the chroma keyer and I'll just click and drag over the entirety of my eye that I just did, and it should create this checkerboard pattern, which is essentially removing all of what I just cut out with that polygon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of a soft edge. This is just going to make it less harsh, that outline of the eye. It's going to add a little feathered edge to it. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add a level change. So I'm going to start at the very beginning of this clip. I'm going to drag the level all the way to 0. I'm going to click the keyframe and I'm going to go 3 frames in, and I'm going to drag that level all the way back to 1. What this is going to do is it's just going to transition that eye mask a little bit more naturally instead of it just jumping onto the screen. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a transform node, and now we're going to actually zoom through the eye with, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the last frame that I want the zoom through to happen in, and I'm going to go to the transform node and I'm just going to zoom all the way through so that nothing except that background that we cut out is seen. As you can see, I'm trying to find my eye here. Now that we have that centered in the middle of the eye, we're going to keyframe the position and the zoom. We're also going to go into the settings here and we're going to add motion blur and then crank that all the way up. Okay, we're going to go back to that first frame we want the zoom to start in, and we're just going to type in the original values. So I believe it's 0.5 for the position and then 1 for the zoom. And that should bring us back to the normal position that we started, and now we can see that we have this eye zoom through. I know it is sideways, but when we go back into the normal timeline, it will be in the right position. And there we go. That's the eye zoom through.